everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to Unity of Salem. I invite you to stand as you're able. Join us in singing My Soul is Welcome Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. As Jim brings forward the Christ light, I just invite you to see yourself within the light Jim brings forward and join us in singing Living Light. I am light, the light of the world.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ed, and I'm your platform assistant this morning. We welcome you to Unity of Salem with the same warm and loving spirit with which Jesus greeted his friends. We greet you knowing that no one is here by accident or by coincidence. We are each an essential part of the energy that is Unity of Salem. Right where you are along your path, on your own spiritual journey, you are welcome here.
Hello. My name is Denita, and I'm your speaker today. Let us start with prayer. Dear sweet God, we are so grateful for this day and for this time for us to be together, hearts connected in love. I'm grateful for all of those people who have decided to come here on a holiday weekend to be with us, and for those who have helped to make this morning possible. Amen. If you're here for the very first time, and I don't see anyone that's here for the very first time, some of you, if you're checking in online with us, might be doing so for the first time, and we would be happy to send you information, an information packet if you call the office, or you can check online. There's lots of information on our website about Unity. And feel free to visit our bookstore after the service. That's it.
I have a few announcements to share with you this morning. This is the last week for the school drive, so they will be here to pick up the box at the end of this week. So if you haven't had a chance to donate, the box is at the back of the room, and you can drop off items at the office during this week. We have a little over a week before chair yoga will begin again. And it is on a drop-in basis. It's held either downstairs here or outside in the back of the building on Tuesday afternoons at 3 p.m. It'll be returning on the 12th of September, and it is an ongoing weekly activity. In observance of the Labor Day holiday, the office will be closed on Monday, September 4th, tomorrow. Next Sunday, September 10th, all official members will have a meeting directly after service right here to discuss a potential property sale. You do have to be present in order to vote. Join us for hospitality before and after Sunday service. We serve coffee and tea in the information center, and we ask that you please put a lid on your coffee to help keep our sanctuary clean. Our prayer chaplain for today is Lesley, and she will be available for one-on-one prayer on our sun porch immediately following today's service. Let's join now together and sing Vibrant.
I invite you to stand, and Leslie's going to join us and help sing the song, because this is a song she wrote. And just invite you to take this great energy in and keep it with you all through the week. It's just a great tune to keep those truths in our body and in our mind as we go throughout our day. So, 1, 2, 3.
Vibrant, I'm alive. I am healthy, wealthy, wise.
Thank you, Lesley and music team. We now join together in affirming the Unity of Salem mission statement. Unity of Salem nurtures spiritual growth in an inclusive, loving community. And our vision statement, centered in spirit, we create a world of unlimited peace, love, and joy. And our core values, inclusiveness, spirit-led, compassion, love, joy, and integrity. And I now invite Jim to share our reading for the day.
And the word for today is let go and let God. And our affirmation is, I focus my attention on the truth of God and trust the best outcome is on the way. When I struggle with a difficult situation or tough decision, I may feel awash in too many details and opinions. And if I don't know how to move forward or what to decide, I release the situation and let go and let God. This simple yet powerful act puts our troubles and worries in perspective. No situation or circumstance is greater than God. Stepping away from effort and rumination, even for a few moments, helps me remember this truth. In prayer, I release the need for a specific outcome, trusting there is likely a solution of which my human mind cannot conceive. And as I keep my thoughts and energy focused on God, I begin to relax, and this creates a space for divine grace and wisdom to lead to the best outcome for all. And from Ecclesiastes 3:6, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away.
When I forget, we are one, and I regret things that I've done. I go within my heart and soul. Start again, knowing I'm whole. God is right here where I am. I am right where I should be. As I fill my mind with peace, I feel it washing over. Right here where I am, flowing in and out through me. In this moment, I am free.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. Well, back in the late 60s and early 70s, some of you might remember, I used to hear a phrase a lot, kind of like what we do now. We say like a lot. Back then it was, I don't know, you know. You all remember that? Well, I think they might have had something. I thought it was funny back then, but there was something to it. A Course in Miracles stresses not knowing throughout the, the book, especially the workbook. Lessons 1 through 5 are all about unlearning, I guess it is, unlearning the way we look at things. Everything we see and experience comes from the meaning or the judgment we give it. Even the chair you sit in right now, is it comfortable? What's its purpose in this context? Remember wooden pews? I think that must have been to keep us awake. Obviously, assigning a meaning to everything is useful to us. We don't want to have to spend our time wondering what to do with a chair. But this tendency to assign meaning to everything can go too far. Sometimes an image or object elicits a particular emotion or state. Actually, I take that back. I think it's a constant process. The meaning we give things attaches an emotional state to it, and this is called anchoring. Once we have those anchors in place, we drag them around with us wherever we go, and they're ready to put us in a particular emotional state without our conscious intention. We live in a world of our interpretation of the past. This interpretation is judgment. It clouds our ability to see reality. It keeps us out of the present moment. Judgment is then projected out into the world. My son used to like to use the metaphor of a stained glass window. He says what we see in the world and what is allowed to come through the stained glass of our beliefs and judgments. And the light we shine out to the world also is projected out of that same stained glass. The way we know the physical world is by measurement. We measure everything. Color is a measurement, height, weight, density, temperature, and so on. But we cannot know everything because we don't have the tools to measure it. We only have our 4 senses. Therefore, we are seriously limited in what we can know because it is based on what we can measure and the meaning we give it. In addition, we can only put our attention on a limited area. To quote the Bible, Matthew 7, verse 1 and 2, "Judge not, that you may not be judged. For the same judgment that you judge, you will be judged. And with the same measure with which you measure it, it will be measured to you." Basically, this is saying that you have a limited system with which to know, based on your past and the judgments you have made of it. And this is what you believe is reality. And being based on interpretation of the past, it keeps us from being in the present moment. We need to break the cycle in order to be in the present and see reality. One way to start is to use the affirmation, "I don't know." A Course in Miracles offers this affirmation: "I do not know what anything, including this, means, and so I do not know how to respond to it. And I will not use my own past learning as the light to guide me now." A week and a half ago, I came home to find my new puppy, Ronan, had pulled a bottle of vitamin D3 off the counter. I found an empty 400-pill bottle on the floor, along with a cap and I was able to recover 59 pills off the floor. I had no idea how many pills the puppy might have eaten, but I had read that a vitamin D3 overdose can be fatal. So I took him to the vet. The people at the vet were pretty excited about the seriousness of the problem. I texted my husband and asked him how many pills he thought there were in the bottle, and he texted me back saying he thought it was an almost brand new bottle. Whew. So I use this affirmation often. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It helped me to realize the many things I truly did not know. I didn't know if Ronan had eaten any of the pills, or if he did, maybe he threw them up outside. The clinic took a baseline blood test and stressed to me that I must talk to pet poison control and take him immediately to the emergency vet. The emergency vet took another blood test, which was normal, and after 7 hours in the clinic at 3 a.m., they sent me home with low calcium food and a medication that was supposed to counteract calcium buildup, which is the problem with vitamin D3. And they gave me instructions to bring him in every day for the next 4 days to monitor his blood calcium. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Not knowing on purpose did keep me calm. I was even able to keep my stress level down at the $2,500 in vet bills I put on my credit card. I don't know. The last test came out normal. And when we came back home, I looked at the hutch where the vitamins sat, and I saw an almost full bottle of vitamin D3. Was this the bottle my husband was referring to? Then maybe that was $2,500 worth of much ado over nothing. I don't know. Many people are fearful of not knowing. Part of it is the desire to control everything around us. But I think also we're not really afraid of not knowing. What we're afraid of is the bad things that our minds can conjure up in lieu of not knowing. The scary what-ifs. That fear keeps us looking for trouble. I've known a few people who keep themselves in a constant state of vigilant fear. You might want to argue for keeping yourself safe. It's a reasonable thought, but it turns out being in fear is not safe at all. To keep safe, you would need to know everything about all aspects of every situation. You can't possibly know this. And crowding your mind with what-ifs prevents even seeing your limited area of experience. It reminds me of a Geico commercial. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Horror Movie. You can look it up now on YouTube. Where some young people are in the dark and they're running away from something and start debating about where to hide. And one goes, "Let's go to the attic." Someone else says, "No, the basement." Another girl says, "Why can't we just get in the running car?" And then a man says, "Well, let's hide behind those chainsaws over there in the open garage door." They all run over and get behind the chainsaw as the camera pans past them to a man, a scary-looking man, sharpening the chains. What happens to your state of mind when you let go of knowing? You open your eyes. You become more alert to everything around you. Not out of fear, but open to noticing. Eyes open wide. I don't know is a place of peace. It's neutral. If we can keep ourselves in a state of not knowing, we can welcome our current circumstances with gratitude. Not knowing is crucial in dealing with other people. As we have various experiences with people growing up, we anchor all sorts of attributes to those we have encountered. Those anchors create judgments which project on others. Someone might make a certain face or have a certain body posture or gesture, which we often take offense with. We can't know what is going on in the minds of another person. I used to think that if I matched the physiology of a person, meaning their posture and their gestures, I could know what they are thinking. The truth is, I could only know what I would think in that physiology. I once took a seminar where there was a woman whose tag said her name was Candy. Candy walked around with her arms crossed. She had a scowl on her face. She would slump down in her chair and sigh occasionally, like, I noticed that everyone seemed to be avoiding her as if they thought she was bad news. So I got curious. I tried to introduce myself to her, but she only mumbled something and looked away. Luckily, the class made us break up into pairs, so she was stuck with me. Once she got started talking, she didn't want to stop. She told me the way she was acting was coming from her talking to herself about being such a loser. She told me her son was in trouble, and her husband had been yelling at her, blaming her for her son's problems. Telling this to me made it more comfortable for her to reveal more about herself to others, and people started coming around to soothe her and show her some love. By the end of the seminar, she was starting to smile and show her true self. My point is, there are many ways we can be judgmental towards others, and those judgments are not truth. I don't know is a way to short-circuit the constant stream of judgments our minds give us. Just saying, I don't know, puts us in a place of openness for truth to be revealed. Are you familiar with this book, The Four Agreements? We do have some in the bookstore, I've been told. The third agreement is don't make assumptions. Sounds a lot like I don't know, doesn't it? Here's what Don Miguel Ruiz says about it. And FYI, the second agreement is don't take things personally. The third agreement is don't make assumptions. We have the tendency to make assumptions about everything. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We could swear they are real. We make assumptions about what others are doing, thinking. We take it personally, then we blame and react by sending emotional poison with our words. That is why whenever we make assumptions, we are asking for problems. We make assumptions, we misunderstand, and we take it personally, and we end up creating a whole big drama for nothing. All the sadness, drama you have lived in your life was rooted in making assumptions and taking things personally. Take a moment to consider the truth of this statement. The whole war of control between humans is about making assumptions and taking things personally. Our whole dream of hell is based on that. It is depressing to think that our whole concept of reality is based on our judgments and the meanings and assumptions, that none of it is the truth. When we think unflattering things about others, we hide it, sometimes even from ourselves, or we gossip and then commit those who we tell to secrecy. But you know, all of this happens behind our conscious awareness. Rarely do we separate our conscious awareness from the ongoing thought stream that contains the judgments. In fact, we often try to hold on to the meaning that we have made things as if the meaning we give it has become our very identity of who we are. That's why we need to make a conscious practice of not knowing. If done regularly, we can begin to loosen our grasp on old meanings. Willingness to do this opens up amazing new knowledge that was here all along. We just haven't noticed it. That's what, there's a story. I'm sure most of you have heard it already. I have. But it can't hurt to hear it again. I'm not sure of the origin. I've heard it so many times, and the internet has it in so many places, I'm unable to attribute it to its source. It's called A Cup of Tea. Once, a long time ago, there was a wise Zen master. People from far and near would seek his counsel and ask for his wisdom. Many would come and ask him to teach them, enlighten them in the way of Zen. He seldom turned anyone away. One day, an important man, a man used to commanding obedience, came to visit the master. I have come today to ask you to teach me about Zen, open my mind to enlightenment. The tone of the important man's voice was one used to getting his own way. The Zen master smiled and said that they should discuss the matter over a cup of tea. When the tea was served, the master poured his visitor a cup. He poured, and the tea rose to the rim of the cup and began to spill over onto the table and finally onto the robes of the wealthy man. Finally, the visitor shouted, "Enough! You are spilling the tea all over. Can't you see the cup is full?" The master stopped pouring and smiled at his guest. "You are like this cup, so full that nothing more can be added. Come back to me when the cup is empty. Come back to me with an empty mind." So how do we empty our mind? Start with the willingness to do so. Let it be your goal to see more reality by letting go of old opinions. Ask open questions. I used to train people in scientific sales. The biggest problem with training them was to convince them to ask open questions. An open question is one that encourages more elaboration, whereas a closed question would elicit an answer of yes or no, or a one-word answer. When I would ask those trainees why they don't ask open questions, they would say, "I'm afraid they would tell me too much, and then I wouldn't understand what they say, and therefore I wouldn't know what to sell them." They wanted to stay in their narrow band of knowledge, afraid that they might look stupid. But asking open questions teaches us so much. The sales rep could even ask the scientist what products they should be selling to him or her. Scientists love to talk about their work. Likewise, people are often afraid to ask open questions for fear the person they're talking to might have conflicting opinions or say too much. Holding an attitude of "I don't know" keeps you in a neutral state with nothing to fear. I'd like to take this into meditation now. Angel will come up and play softly. Getting comfortable in your chair. Feel your feet supported. Feel yourself supported. Relax. As you let yourself drift down to your heart space, you may notice the surface ripples of the thought stream. Go deeper, deeper to the stillness, the deep pool of love, peace, and oneness that is always there. truth lives here. You are simply being precious. And as you rest in this oneness, know your truth of who you are. You are loved. You are lovable. You are loving. You are love. And as you rise back to conscious awareness of this physical room, realize you can retain your awareness of truth without being tossed around in the turbulence of the thought stream. Say to yourself, I don't know. And open your eyes when you're ready.
We now have an opportunity to share of our tithes and love offerings. At this time, we thank each of you, recognizing that unity of Salem is possible because of your gifts. Will the ushers please come forward? Know that the ushers will hold on to the bag rather than passing it down each aisle. I invite you now to take your gift in your hand and instill this offering with love, the great multiplier. We bless the gift and the giver, remembering how much God is blessing us. I invite you to join me now in saying our offering affirmation. Divine love flowing in, through, and as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
We sang this song last week for the first time, and this week I invite you to join in. Love in the words I sing, peace in the world I make.
Will the ushers bring the tithes forward? We bless these offerings from here in the sanctuary, and from our tithes and offerings from online and in the mail, however they come. We bless these givers in gratitude for keeping our community alive. Thank you, God. Amen. And now, go ahead and stand up. And if you're comfortable, hold hands. And if that doesn't work for you, you can put your hands on your heart as we sing, "We Are a Circle." And now we'll say our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. And on and on. Thank you for being here. I love you guys.